At baseball card shows, the reason I did so well was my table was different. I would set it up differently. I would walk around the show. I was paying attention to people naturally at a very young age.
The key points that got you where you are, that would be really nice.
I got it.
History.
The key points are that as a child, as an immigrant from the Soviet Union, I had the luxury of many good things happen for me. Number one, we were poor. And so I'm an entrepreneur because, you know, I have the DNA, but I also didn't have the luxury of being fed. If I wanted a toy, I had to buy it. So I was forced to go hunt for myself. So the key things, one, being an immigrant, which led to no entitlement. I think the next biggest thing was I loved sports, and when I was a child, baseball cards became very, very big. And so at 11 and 12, I became very consumed by it, and that's when I started really building businesses. But the things that made me me, like the history, was I went from lemonade and washing cars and shoveling snow, anything to make $1 from 6 to 12. Then 12 to 15 was baseball cards, where I really learned.
You sold baseball cards, right?
Yes.
Collection.
Yes.
At that age, did you realize, were you like really conscious about all that you were learning? Like,
No.
Did you have the path, or you just did it because?
No, and not only that, on a stage maybe 4 years ago, while giving a talk about my history, it clicked to me what I was actually learning, which was when I was selling lemonade, I wasn't selling lemonade, I wasn't behind the table, I was walking in the streets, making signs and putting them on trees. At baseball card shows, the reason I did so well was my table was different. I would set it up differently, I would walk around the show. I was paying attention to people naturally at a very young age. When I worked for my dad's liquor store and I had to stand behind the register and be the cashier, I would literally watch every single customer walk into the store, and I would watch them. How would they walk? What would they grab? Why? And so when the internet came along, it came very natural to me to understand that people were gonna pay attention to the computer, and I wanted to understand how. So my history has been completely predicated on watching people. It's why I know a lot about youth culture. I read all your DMs. You know, if you read 500 Instagram DMs from 15 to 25-year-olds every single day, you have a very good idea of what 15 to 25-year-olds are thinking about. For me, it's all been about listening. Which is interesting because I'm such a loud talker, right? So it throws people off, but my whole career has been about listening.
What do you mean by having the DNA?